Hello YouTube, it's me again, your friend James. I'm going to do a few reviews at once because I'm sort of behind on those. So I have some figures that I've already opened. Hold on, let me check. I think I have their mini comics right here. Let's find out. Okay. Yeah, give me a second because I have to find out which one's which. There's that one. That's a couple ones that came with a figure that wasn't really open. Okay. I don't know which comic came with KobraKhan, but I think it's this one. I think Rise of the Snake Men. Yeah, I could be wrong. And this is the one that comes with Jitsu. For some reason, I've got one with words, and I think this one is a misprint with no words. There's a few of these going around. Some of these mini comics were loose in boxes of stuff I ordered, so I don't even know which character they come from. So far, we've got a few right here. We're going to open one or two. So we've got KobraKhan. KobraKhan no longer shoots water. He comes with this blast of venom. He also comes with this gun, and if you'll notice, I had to put a little bit of raw Sculpey in there because he just would not hold on to this weapon. He would hold on to, I don't even know whose weapon this is, but he held this one better. I think this is, this is a Zodak, vintage Zodak figure I got. So there's this, and I want to say he came with this as well. I don't remember who this came with, but so we got KobraKhan. He's got the 16 points of articulation. You know, you can move his arm around, you can twist his hand. Let's put him back the way I had him. Yeah. He has pieces that come off, you know, just like it says in the little manual. All in all, for nostalgia purposes, he's a pretty good figure. Even though he doesn't squirt water anymore. I think they've actually added a little detail around his eye. You can see. You see that? So KobraKhan, good figure. Jitsu doesn't come with very much either. He's got the armor on. He's got the arm. He's got the sword. Same 16 points of articulation. Yeah, I like him. He's grown on me since I had this one open up. I never had one of these as a kid though. I had a Fisto, but I didn't have a Jitsu. And like I've said before, I don't know why they color him so dark. Like when I was a kid, I always thought he was meant to be black, but he's apparently Japanese, or whatever passes for that on Eternia, because he's not from Earth. All right, let's destroy a box. We've got a SunMan here, and I don't have one in my collection, so I'm going to open this one up, which always feels wrong. I'm also going to save the punch. You don't know when you'll need one of those. And let's see. Okay. Let's get up under the plastic. I'm doing this, these things never work out well. Opening up the SunMan. SunMan. Okay. He has those bands on him, and we're not going to use the X-Acto knife this time. Nope. We already had a problem with that when we were opening our Battle Armor Skeletor. So what we're going to do is use these to clip. I don't know if you can see these things. See how they're T-shaped? Nail clippers are perfect for getting around that. They're safe for your figure. So I'm just going to go in there and clip all those that I can. And they like to hide, so you might have to really dig for them. It seems to be all of them. Let's push. And what is strange is that SunMan comes with the same comic that, or is that right? Let's see, this is SunMan Rises. Yeah, it's the same comic that comes with Anti-Eternia He-Man, so that's kind of a cop-out. Everybody should get a separate comic. But the Anti-Eternia He-Man comic is about SunMan beating him up, and that's what this one's about too, but you would think their origin comic or whatever, their comic would have more of an origin. They would have more of a origin story going on in the comic that comes with SunMan. At least this one has words. Yeah, so I've posted, in one of my videos I have close-ups from that. Okay, let's look at the little guide. I would have done this with the other two figures, but I have a drawer full of these and they're just mixed up. So that's what you can take off. All the dark parts come apart. All the light parts do not. So let's check him out. He's got this wings thing, which I think you can just take off. Or you can, oh cool, it's sculpted on both sides. I don't know if you can really see that. Right there. Right there. So if you want to, instead of having his wings go up like this, you can probably have them go down like that. I don't know what I'm gonna do to display him, because this takes up a lot more space. But let's go ahead and put him back the way he was. Okay, so SunMan used to, back in the day, this and a few other characters, the Warriors of the Sun and all that, were made by a company called Olmec Toys, I think it was, or just Olmec, like the gods in South America, the Olmecs. Yeah, he was meant to, the purpose was like, it was very noble. It was, I think Olmec was started by a mother. Her son was like looking at He-Man toys, and he's like, why aren't there any black ones, or, you know, any heroes of color? And she's like, that's a problem we need to fix. So she started Olmec Toys and created SunMan and the other Warriors of the Sun. And then Mattel bought them in 2000, I think, or 2020, when they released the Origins line. They planned on putting these into their lineup, and that's cool. This used to be a knockoff. Now it's part of the franchise. So, hooray for that. SunMan's shield is different on the inside than most of the other shields. The handle is a little close to the edge instead of like back here. It probably helps out a lot. Let's see if we can make him hold it, because as with a lot of these Origins figures, they can't really hold their gear very well. Okay. I don't really care too much for how his fingers are bending back, but oh, I'll pop his arm out. Let's put the arm back in. Oh. Ah. Okay. Now I'm going to stand him up, which is a science all itself. Feeling the knees, feeling the hips, feeling the ankles, feeling where his balance wants to go. And then put this really cool spear sword thing he's got. I thought he was going to come with some sun bolts too, but oh well. And we're going to do this. This, going to do this, and his or what you call it, his neck decoration, his yellow wings make him a little top heavy, but he's good. I mean, these figures, they have such articulation that you can compensate whenever they want to fall over. Just feel the ankles. Feel the knees. Oh! Some of these Origins figures have terribly loose, they're either loose right here or they're loose right here. Not all of them, but some of them, and that's regrettable. Very regrettable, because they're not doing the customer any favors. So there's SunMan. These are still really good figures. I don't know if what we do as older adults classifies as play, but if you are reposing and restaging your figures all the time, you're playing with them. I don't act out stories or anything, but I do like to take them down and pose them around, play with them, touch them. You know, there's something tactile about touching a good toy that has like some weight to it. And maybe that's just me. So we've got KobraKhan, Jitsu, SunMan, and all three are really good figures. I did not encounter any of those weird nubs on the joints that some presenter was talking about. I think it might have been Pixel Dan. Because there are channels out there that get these things on time. I just started, like in November, collecting these. So you could find reviews for these that are already out there. I'm doing reviews for people who are just now getting into it and maybe are trying to do a toy store with little to nothing to start it with. And if that toy store is going to only sell Masters of the Universe, you could use the tactics I probably discussed to sell anything, but it's what I do right now is Masters of the Universe. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody watching along with me on this journey. Hit the bell, leave a comment, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you like any of this stuff. I'm gonna keep doing this, and I'm also going to do some giveaways soon. I think the first thing I'm going to give away is a mint on card Anti-Eternia He-Man. So watch the space for that. I need to research how to do it properly. But what I plan on doing is giving away an Anti-Eternia He-Man. I got a few of those set aside, so it's not just the one. I've got some Jitsus, I've got some Revelation Skeletors, I might even give away a Castle Grayskull sooner or later. I don't know about that. And I got some other figures too that I can't remember at the moment right now that I want to do as giveaways. I even have a Classics Skeletor and a Super 7 Classics Ultimates Skeletor that I might make prizes later on down the road. But those are very expensive, and this channel is not big enough to warrant giving those away just yet. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody.